What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Cactus Computers build channel. This is kind of part 2 of this setup, but look at what we have. The AZZA Pyramid case. I've been wanting to do this case for so long, and we finally pulled the trigger, so we got to do this for the shop build. It's going to be a ton of fun. You already saw us put together our 3080 PNY graphics card with the EKWB water blocks. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. It's the first part of the series. Should be a 2-part series. I'm hoping to get this build together in this one video for you guys today, but it is going to be a lot of work. I don't know that water cooling has ever been done in this case before. I couldn't find anything online, so if it was, let me know. I want to check it out, but we're going to be doing a water cooling build in this case today, and it's going to be bonkers. Let's roll that intro. If you guys are new here, please scroll down and hit subscribe. Follow the build on Instagram, Facebook, cactuspcaz.com. We're posting new content all the time. We're getting graphics cards in for you guys. We have pre-builds in the store. We have an entire retail store in Queen Creek that you can come down and check out. We love custom PCs, but we also fix like laptops, desktops, and can take care of any of your computer needs. So we're gonna jump right into this build, go over a couple of the components first. First and foremost, AMD Ryzen 5950X. This continues to be the top dog processor before you get into like Threadrippers and stuff. Under $1,000, tons and tons of processing power. It just tends to kill it in these builds that we're doing. Very hard to compete right now with Intel 11th gen. Even i9, it's blowing it out of the water. So Intel, step your game up. AMD's killing it right now. You already saw the 3080 that we're doing. It's a PNY Accelerate EKWB water blocks. And then that is all going inside of our AZZA ROG Strix board. So we're going to be putting that together. Got some water cooling hard tube. So in this video, we'll show you how the bend cut process to make everything work inside of this crazy case is going to be. Let's see, EKWB reservoir pump combo. I don't know where we're going to put this in this case. I've done some mock-ups already, but I'm not even 100% sure if this is going to work. So we'll see. It's going to be crazy. Have some Corsair Dominator RAM. This RAM is crazy expensive. Does look really good, but plenty of RAM for this setup. Got some Thermaltake compression fittings. We'll kind of show you the inside scoop on these once we get our hard lines going. 360mm radiator, going to be going in the bottom of the case here. Thermaltake CPU water block. We have a Samsung 980 Pro SSD M.2, goes right onto the board. Super fast storage for your operating system. That's why we chose to do just a 250 gig, nothing crazy, but that's where our Western Digital Black 6TB hard drive is going to come in. Plenty of storage for all the games. Don't have to worry about running out of space. A couple of Thermaltake fans to complete it. And then we're going to be filling it with some XSPC liquid. You can either buy the concentrate, which is this, and you combine it with typically distilled water, or you can buy the premix, and all you have to do is fill it. They have both available online, and we also carry it in store. So that wraps it up with the components. Let's jump right into this build montage.
It's not that I don't want you here, yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. You get away, on trees, beach views, and everything. All I wanna do is in the pictures on replay. Still right next to you.
this video once I get those compression fittings in. I also realized I don't have distilled water at the store, so we're gonna pick this back up, but it's looking killer so far. I'm really excited for this one. Should be sweet. Everything's kind of coming together. I know where I'm gonna run the hard lines. I'm just really hoping that they don't conflict with anything, but we're gonna pick this up probably in a few days here.
One eternity later.
Alright, we're picking up where we last left off. Got all the compression fittings the right size this time that we need. Last time we had some soft tube fittings, but since we are doing PETG hard tubing, we needed to make sure that the fittings are going to allow for that. So we're going to finish up the lines in this portion of the video, and then the next portion is going to be filling the system. I'm choosing to use distilled water with color additive by XSPC, so we're going to do that another day when I have distilled water. But in this video, you'll see the whole thing coming together. We're picking up right where we left off, and let's get some tubes bent, some fittings made, and get the whole thing in here. You can see we're going to be using a Thermaltake Pacific hard tubing bending kit. I haven't used this kit before, but I'm going to try it today because it comes with some really nice like 90-degree shaping type of tools. As before, I was really just using the inner rubber silicone and then bending it to every which angle like manually. So hopefully this will help out quite a bit. But let's jump right into this.
It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's not about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. You get away. On trees, beach views, and every day. All I wanna do is in the pictures on replay. Still right next to you. You do. Try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you were. But we don't really want to. I just wanna get away. It's still right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. I want you around.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's now the next day. We got our distilled water, we got our concentrate coolant, and our lines are done. So we're gonna attempt to fill the pyramid build right now. Wish me luck. First things first, we're gonna go through and check all of our fittings. I always like to double check that on any of our custom liquid cooled. And then you'll probably notice me put some paper towels and stuff in here just for any small leaks. It's unlikely that'll happen, but in the event that it does, you really don't want to damage any of your motherboard or other components in here. So best thing to do is cover as much as you can. Better safe than sorry. But yeah, let's jump into filling this thing.
I just wanna get away. It's still right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. I want you around. Around. I want you.
The build started up, load in the Armory Crate software, but dang, this came out insane. The fittings are not the best, I will admit. Probably would use different fittings in the future if I was going to do this same setup or similar setup again. They just kept wanting to have little tiny leaks everywhere, so it took forever, but I got everything all straightened out. No more leaks, hopefully. We added the dye in, as you saw, so it's looking all super UV green. And then I was nervous about this pump orientation being sideways, but as long as I get all the little air bubbles out of there, which it's working through, I'll be alright, because this is the out and it's not taking in any air anymore. Just these little tiny ones that are hanging out on top now. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm going to get the build all loaded up so I can change some of these fan and ram colors, match the green, and we'll be looking good.